Hey, shout out to Anchor for sponsoring my podcast. I need everybody to go download the Anchor podcast app. Also, I need everyone to go follow and listen to the Eric J. the Great podcast on all streaming platforms. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Eric J. the Great podcast, and go like my Facebook page, the Eric J. the Great podcast. Feel free to come to me, send me messages about any topic suggestions, or if you want to be a guest. I look forward to hearing back from y'all, and I want everybody to tap in with me. Hey man, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast, man. How you doing?
Man, thanks for having me. I'm all right, man. Just enjoying the evening. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Did some moving some furniture and stuff earlier for my homeboy that was moving. So they kind of wore me out a little bit.
It be like that sometimes though, but you're gonna get yours in return.
Oh yeah. So man, I just wanted to talk about two things today. One topic that's been heavy on my mind lately because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it on Instagram, Facebook, things like that. And that's compromising in relationships. Like if you with a lady, or vice versa. It ain't got to be man, female, male, male, or female, female, any kind of relationship. But you
Man,
know,
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I've been knowing you, man. What 2012, man. I'm all about relationship, man. I tell all the homies around me, everybody that work for me, people I do business with, everybody that come across, man. I tell them relationship open doors that money can't even open sometimes. So I'm very big and keen on relationship, man, because I feel like if you have a solid foundation, man, the relationship is solid. Um, it's like it takes you places that other things can't take you. You know what I'm saying? It's just about it's it's the universe always finds a way to work itself out, man. Especially if you're doing good by people and you're being solid with people, you're being genuine. And you do good with people, man. It's always gonna come back in full circle. It's just like me, man. I go months, sometimes 2 3 months, man, because I be so busy dealing with other stuff and other things I got going on. I could go months and not talk to people, but the moment we link back up, it's always good. It's like we never left me, and that's all based off of relationships, man. Now, as far as compromise, man, I mean that's key to every success, man. If you want to be successful, no matter what you're doing, man, you got to sacrifice something. You know what I mean? Because if you get comfortable, man, the biggest thing I used to tell people all the time, man, coming up as I got older and get wiser, I used to tell people all the time, in order to be successful, boy, you got to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? That comes with a lot of compromise, especially, man, the things I got going on, all the things I'm involved in. Some days I don't come home till like 1 in the morning, bro. You know what I mean? And I got to get up at 5 to go to work. You know what I mean? So, but that's sometimes that's what's needed to get you to where you to be. You know what I mean? So um, the two of them kind of intertwine with each other, man, because in order to be successful, you're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices and you have to build relationships. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're going to make it to where you need to be.
yeah, absolutely, bro. Because um, as far as you kind of took another angle on me, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but as far as like business relationships, I was telling someone the other day, I was like, relationships is priceless. Like, I met someone on Instagram. Come to find out, he's a multimillionaire off cryptocurrency, and he got a couple franchises as far as chicken businesses in Phoenix and things like that. And he's about to be a professional boxer in a couple months. I just had him on my podcast a couple episodes ago, and me and him got a good relationship. And I had told my mom, I was like, man, relationships is priceless. Cause I just be running into people based off either people I know or just off based off me in general, because a person, how some people is, some people, and it's to each his own, it ain't no wrong or right answer as far as like, having a tight circle or a small circle. But if they got people got tight circles and they know people and somebody that's within that tight circle, they can open up a lot of doors for you, depending on what you're trying to accomplish if they're in the same type of work that you're doing. And as far as compromising in relationships, I think a lot of people don't take that as seriously as they need to because they would get with someone for the wrong reasons, you know, and then once the relationship hits because you're gonna have if you with someone long enough, you're gonna have some type of adversity in a relationship. Now your adversity might be different than others. It might not be financial or anything like that, but y'all gonna have a little bump in the road or whatever. But it just Um, I just feel like a lot of people don't want to compromise. They just feel like, I'm me and you got to get with the program or not. If you're going to be like that, then, if you can find
Yeah,
somebody.
for sure. I mean, like I said, business relationship and business compromise is different from personal relationship, especially when you're dealing with your significant other. I feel like honestly, bro, I feel like that's what we lack in today's society, man. It's just everybody wants to be independent. Everybody wants to be their own boss or whatever. Everybody, no one wants to find the middle ground. And I feel like in like this is personal relationship. In order for your personal relationship to grow, compromise got to be made. Like for instance, right? Um, I struggled out a lot because coming up, bro, I grew up in a way where it was like I didn't really, I don't really trust people. You know this. My circle is very, 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 very small. Like you always gonna see me around the same people. I interact with the same people. Um, so, but we all come from different background, and I mean, I had to. That's one of the things I learned when I read the five love languages. Man, it's just about people upbringing, backgrounds, and all that. So we all was raised different. We all come from different parts of the world. We all seen different things. So in order for that relationship to grow, it's gonna take a lot of compromise. Like for instance, with my situation I got going on right now, right? Um, um, my business I do on the side require me to be outside a lot, and it requires me in the streets and the nightlife a lot. The person I'm dealing with, they a homebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's a compromise that we both had to make in order for us to make. We had to meet in the middle ground. So what I did was the compromise I made is whenever I don't have nothing going on, like especially like this weekend, I don't got nothing going on. So I'm staying home and I'm making sure I'm giving her that quality time that she needs. And also vice versa. She making compromise because she doesn't like going outside, rocking with me, and she know this is something I do. This is part of my business. When I got something coming up, she comes out to it and she support it, even though that's not she would never do that on her own. So I feel like that's key to a relationship, especially if it's someone you see yourself having a long term situation with, or you're trying to go further with, because y'all not gonna agree to everything, man. Um, we are different. That's what makes us unique. If we are the same, then we are like the world will be a boring place. So I feel like that's what makes us unique because we are different, and then it's gonna be a situation where we're not gonna agree. We could agree to disagree, but what's the compromise? What's the middle ground? And as long as you guys could figure out to make that work, then the relationship will grow and blossom. But I feel like in today's society, though, because we live in a social media era, where everything is everybody on social media glamorize everything, which sometimes that's not reality. So people want the glamorous life. So everybody want to be like, oh, it's my way or the highway, or either you're gonna give me this or that. And to me personally, that's not genuine. Because anyone that's genuine and really care about you, they're not really gonna care about none of that material thing because this material things is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just like a lot of people. I just be amazed at how stuff done took a turn. Like when I was in grade school and when I first got out of high school, things was kind of different around, the 2010s, the 2013s, as far as like how people was looking as far as like, relationships or personal relationships. And then you look at now, it's like everything is based off, like you said, with the materialistic things. And then you'll have certain people that just be like, oh, if somebody, can't do this or do this for me, then he ain't he ain't he ain't he ain't like a real dude or nothing like that. And it's kind of sad because it's just like, dang, like you basing your whole relationship off something that's so little. And it's as far as compromise, man, it's just that a lot of people, they'll look up like when they get in their late 30s or 40s, when they get older, and they'll have a lot of regrets because they'll be like, dang, I've been in this many relationships, all this didn't work out. And then when they look back on it, they'll be like, dang, I ain't never tried to, you know, it wasn't no team, it was two individuals being together. Relationship is a partnership. So like when y'all get in a relationship, y'all got to be equally in it together. Not because that's how I look at relationships, personal relationships. We got to be partners. Like we got to pick each other up.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure, for sure. I feel like a situation like that though is people that get into it for the wrong reasons to start, and it's not genuine. So it goes back to what I was saying earlier, whether it's a business relationship or personal relationship, it has to be genuine for you to grow and blossom. Because if someone gets into it for the wrong intentions, it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, like it's not gonna be enough for that person because they got into it in the wrong with the wrong mindset and intention in the first place. If someone gets into a relationship with someone and their sole intention is what I could get out of this person and what this person could do for me, that's all their mind is on. Is by getting what they want, and then once they get what they want, they out. There's nothing you could do. You know what I mean? So it all boils down to, is this person genuine? So but if it's genuine and the person is in it for the right reasons, then it's easy to work through the differences that you guys have. Where the problem lies is when people get into a situation for the wrong reason, or it's like it wasn't genuine from the beginning, and that's when the compromise don't happen because no matter what you do or say, that person is not gonna adhere to it because that's not what they're in the situation for. They're not looking for a long term. They're just looking for a quick come up now. Let me get what I want out of this or what I could get out of the situation. And as soon as I get what I want, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely, man. I know my last situation. When I was married before I got out the military. That was I mean, the main thing was, that wasn't a reason that we had got a divorce, but it was one of the factors besides, that, I had got cheated on. But, you know, it wasn't no compromise, as far as like little things and that's really important. A lot of people take that for granted, but if you if you let that problem hang and years start to pass by, months, it can become a real serious problem in your personal relationship with someone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially if y'all living together, y'all seeing each other all the time.
Sure. Communication is key. For sure. For sure. Definitely.
Yeah, because I'm the type of person where I give up like a lot of stuff, like from past situations that I was in, and it just be like a lot of people just be so stubborn, and then you don't even be like you be asking for much, most of the time you just want, if I'm in this type of business or if I'm doing this, you gotta, I don't need, someone that's not uh trustworthy or just putting you know, false claims out there just based off, previous experiences they might have had. You know, I know as far as business relationships, I just think, me being in the security business as well as doing this podcast thing now, it's just, uh, all my security jobs that I ever did was based off relationships, me knowing the right people, somebody hit me up out of the blue and be like, hey, can you do security for this person on this day or whatever? And I'll be like, dang, like, I didn't even know he knew this person or something. So that's why I'd be like, that junk can be priceless because like relationships, as far as your business and things like that, they can keep you rich.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said earlier, what it all boil down to, boys, is if you're genuine or not. If you're genuine and your intentions are good, the universe is gonna always work itself out. You're always gonna win at the end. So I mean, whether it's personal or business, as long as you're genuine and you have the right intention, not for only for you, but for the person you're dealing with, and then everything will work itself out. It has to be genuine. I think what we fall short is when people get into a situation for the wrong reasons, and they're not genuine. It's not genuine from the start, and that's when all the other stuff start happening. But like I said, personal or business, man, it's important. Relationship is key to everything. Relationship is key to everything, but it has to be genuine. Because if it's not genuine, it's not gonna go nowhere.
Right, man. So we can transition into your business that you got going on. For people that don't know, I don't know, uh, Jr. for a long time, and you know, I ain't never think, he would get in. Well, I don't want to say I'm that surprised because I seen a little hint at it, when I was at Fort Campbell, but I ain't think it would be full fledged like it is now. But you know, um, you in the club business, club promoter business, as far as dealing with a lot of celebrities that come in town and perform and do meet and greets and things like that. So, first off, how long have you been? When did you first start doing this, like full fledged?
So it's funny you said that, right? So excuse me. I met you. I think I met you at one of my house kickbacks.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
in
yeah. I
Campbell.
was with. Yeah,
You had pulled up the one of my kickbacks in Campbell. So and this was like back in 2013. I think it was. It was 2013. I had a little I'm not gonna go back into like deep into that, but I had a little situation I had just got out of or whatnot, and then the homies and them had just came over just to like kick it and clear my mind or whatever. And I think I had barbecue that day when I met you. So long story short, man, it's like I never really, just like you said, you never really, I never thought it would be where it is right now to where I'm doing it full flesh, like every weekend, doing all this and all this and third. It all started, it was just like the crew just coming together. It really was just me just like trying to keep my mind busy with what I was dealing with at the time, just to clear my head. So the homies used to come over, we just kick it out of the house, drink, listen to music, because within my little circle, we pretty much had everything, man. We had Doss was the DJ, man. Eric was the DJ. Um, J Rock was with the cars, fixing cars and all this stuff. So just within my immediate circle, man. Looking back at it, we had everybody for everything, really. You know what I mean? So it was just pretty much, man, just all of us coming together, just being young, and just having fun in the city. So that's pretty much how it started for me. It was never really like my intention wasn't to take it to where it is right now. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Mima was the one that opened my eye into the money that's into this. because I used to do kickbacks in my house all the time, and everybody used to pull up. The whole city used to pull up, and it used to be free. I used to let everybody in free. I used to pay for all the alcohol, all the food. I really didn't care. I just wanted people to come to a safe space where we could all have fun. So one day she came up to me and she's like, "JR," I'm like, "What's up, man?" And she said, "Every weekend, all these people come to your house. You know how Mima is. All these people do every weekend. People come to your house and drink all your alcohol, eat all your food, and then you have to pay for everything." She's like, "You need to start charging these people." I'm like, "Nah, Mima." I'm like, "I just want people to come have a good time." You know what I mean? And then one day, I got a call from Kamiko, who's Kamiko. She was like, "JR, why is there a line outside your house?" And I was like, "I don't know why is there a line outside my house." So I walked outside to go make sure she was see what she was talking about. And Mima was out there charging people $10 to come in, and then people was paying because you know how my kickback used to be. Everybody, it used to be the turn up of the city. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to do her thing. Not lie, bro. The next morning, she gave me $2,500. So
Wow.
that's what opened my eye to it, right? I'm like, bro, I could really get money out of this. So I'm like, all right. So that's when I started entertaining it. Like, all right, cool. Like, okay. Obviously, people know when we do events, when I do events or whatnot or kickbacks, it's fun, it's live, we have fun. So that's when I don't know if you remember. That's when we went from doing it at my house and we started doing it at Sea Rays.
Yeah.
So we went from my house. I'm like, all right, cool. So now I know we could get money out of this. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see how far it could go. So we went to Sirius, which was a bar that was getting for people that's listening. I don't know what Sirius is. Sirius was a bar in Clarksville that was pretty much on the downhill. They was about to go out of business. And then I was able to work a deal with them to where I'm like, yo, let me start using this to throw parties. And then you keep the bar, we keep the door. So that's how we was able to move it to. We started working with Series, and then so we moved it from my house to Series, and then we go to Series, and everybody would come to my house out for the after party. So we did that for a little bit, and then everybody in the city started figuring out who we was and what I had going on, and then we went from Series, and I needed something a little bigger, and then I went to Empire. So long story short, that's pretty much how I started, man. It all started with Mima opening my eyes to the fact that I could actually get money out of this, and she took it upon herself to start charging people at the door. And then when she gave me $2,500 that morning, that's pretty much what opened my eye to where we are right now. Because I just took it from there, man. I just moved it from my house to Sea Rays, from Sirius to Empire, and then we started getting Empire rocking. But then I had to move to Hawaii. So when I got to Hawaii, I just kept doing it, and then now we at where we at now.
Oh yeah, man. Cause let me ask you this question. So you can run into a lot of hustles. That could just be a hustle. As far as like making money. But when did you learn? Because I could tell that you have a passion for this. So when did you? At what point did you got at the game? Did you find out that you really have a passion for doing this type of work?
I mean, it's from the beginning, man. Like I said, bro, I used to I just love having people have. I just love for people to have fun. You know what I mean? That's why I was never. If Mima wouldn't have started, if Mima wouldn't have took it upon herself to charge people, I probably would never be charging people because I used to just have people just pull up at the house any day. You know what I mean? Like any day you come to my house, it'll be at least. It's never a day you come to my house where it wasn't at least 20 people at my house. So it was to me it was a matter of like people just having fun. I just wanted like everybody around me because we was exposed to a lot of things back in the day. So when I got in my little situation, after I got out of that, I said, bro, I got to figure out another outlet for people to do. And I'm saying that way we're not in the streets doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? So to me, it was just like if I have people in my house and we kicking it, we're having a good time, it keeps them away from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what my mindset was like. I got to keep my homie out of the streets, and then we got to figure out another way to get money legitly. You know what I mean? So, and that's, I mean, not to take away from what we're talking about right now, but if you notice, I started doing real estate first before I started doing the promotion thing, because that's what
Right.
my mind was like. I'm gonna teach all the homies around me, like we don't gotta be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we could put our money together and get in this real estate business. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing the real estate before I started doing the promotion thing, but that's what my mindset was like. So if I'm like, if I could just have, if I could have all the homies at my house every day, and we chilling, kicking it, listening to music, just vibing, I know for sure they're not out in the streets. They in my house in a safe space, and then I could open their eyes into doing other things besides being in the street doing the dumb stuff we was doing. So that's really what that was the motivation for me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was just keeping my homies out the streets. Cause I know if I have them in my house and we chilling, I know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was my sole motivation on purpose. But like I said, Mima was the one that opened. I'm not gonna take the full credit. Mima was the one that opened my eyes into the money that comes into partying, because to me it was just a fun thing to do, to just have a good time. So when Mima opened my eyes to it, that's when I was like, okay, cool. Let me see how far I could take this. And I mean, but to be real with you though, like you said, when it comes with the hustle, um, everybody think putting a show together is easy. Everybody think being a party promoter is easy. It's really not. It's a lot of work that goes into it, man. Like I said, some nights I don't come home until about 1 o'clock in the morning, this, that, and the third. Especially like because I got a show next week, so this weekend is gonna be super busy for me. That's why I took today off. I'm just gonna chill home. I'm gonna spend time with my old lady. I'm gonna give it today because I know starting tomorrow all the way to Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So I took the time off. I told everybody I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be inside tonight. I'm gonna give it this time because I know this next 7 days it's gonna be busy for me. Um, But if you don't know what you're doing, you could lose a lot of money. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I first got to Hawaii, right, my first concert I threw, not making this up, I lost $11,000.
Wow.
It's because I didn't know the ins and out. I didn't know how contract works. I didn't know the loopholes. I didn't know like what certain things to put in the contract to make sure I was protected, and all this and the third. It was all a learning. I went like literally. I went from doing kickbacks to my house to do kickbacks at Sea Rays to do kickbacks at Empire. I got to Hawaii. I'm like, okay, let me take it a step notch. Right. Let me see if I can start booking artists without even knowing how to like how contract works, how writers work, how the raters work, and all that. And all right, so my first contract, I lost $11,000 because I didn't put certain things in the contract to protect me. Do you know what I'm saying? But that was a learning experience for me. So once that happened, and then I did my little research. I made sure moving forward, and then up to this day, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? Because I just moved to a new city. I did Boosie last month, and there's a couple things because every city you go, the market is different, the audience is different, the setup is different. So you gotta learn each market. You gotta learn what the people want. You gotta learn what the people want to see. What's the demand? You know what I mean? So I did the Bushy show last month. I had to deal with a lot of backlash from the LGBT community that wanted me to cancel him and all this and the third. So that's something I've never had to deal with. You know what I mean? So that was a learning experience for me. So I dealt with that. I dealt with the media, the press, people coming to my house protesting, and all this and the third, right? So it's a lot that come with it, man. And then that took a toll out of me for a minute because like literally like for 2 weeks straight I had people in my house every outside my house every day protesting. You know what I mean? And I've never had to deal with that. You know what I mean? So that was different. But that's something I learned from. You know what I mean? Um I was able to overcome that. I was able to weather that storm, and we did the show. It was successful. The people was happy that I didn't bend down. I didn't cancel. um, and that's just what it is. But every show is different. Every city is different. Every situation is different. Um, but you have to have the passion for it, man. Because if you're in it just for the money, you're gonna be burned out real quick. I'm just gonna be real with you, man. If you're in it just for the quick money, man, you're gonna be burnt out real quick, and you're gonna lose real fast because it's a slow grind to this. It's a slow grind to because you got just like you got junkie promoters, bro. You got you got junkie booking agencies, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's I see a lot of people do it. A lot of people they go call people and think they're talking to the right people, and you really talking to like the fifth person in the bottom of the pole. This stuff not even getting to the people you need to get to, and then now it is you doing a show. The artists don't show up because you wasn't talking to the right people. So it's a lot that go into it, man. If you don't know what you're doing, you could lose money fast.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely, man. I've been around the club scene a lot, so I know a lot of club promoters up here in the city where I'm at. I know a lot of club owners and stuff because I was doing security for a lot of rappers. So it was just, you know, I don't seen people take L's like you explained, because you didn't know the ins and outs when you first started. And it's a lot of people don't know, that's a stressful business because like in some situations, because I don't seen it, in some situations as far as the promoter, if the owner don't want to be involved as far as like, the ins and outs of what's going on, if you renting the place out and stuff, you got to get security, you got to make sure you got it's the person whoever owned the place. If it's not your place, or you renting a place out, you gotta have bartenders, you gotta have bottle girls, make sure all the sections and stuff is set up, have a trustworthy person taking money at the door. So like it's a lot of stuff that go into it because I don't see people run off with money at the door, if you got the wrong person sitting on the door taking money. So it's a lot of stuff that go into it, bro. Because you can have the websites where people pay ahead of time, for tickets and things like that. But some people gonna wait till the day of and try to pay at the door. So
Oh, for
you know
sure,
you
for sure. Like I said, man, it's all about the market, bro. I'm dealing with that right now. I'm in a market where it's a walking market, bro. People don't buy tickets online here. People pay at the door. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I don't see that too. I don't see some. I seen in Hawaii. My homie did a show, and I seen the door person run off with 50K.
yeah, bro.
50.
Like I,
So I see all the time. And then, but even with the online ticket sales, you got to monitor that too, because people could make counterfeits tickets online, or people could create a counterfeit page online where we see it with the fake Instagram and all that stuff, where they'll just one or two letters or one or two numbers will be different. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's a fake. It's another person that creating a website, making it seem like it's your website for your ticket, but it's really not. And then all these people, if they're not paying attention, you know what I'm saying, to like the spelling or the logo or stuff like that, they thinking they're buying your ticket, but this whole time they're buying someone else that created a whole nother website that got nothing to do with your show. And because I don't have that happen, I don't have someone came to my show thinking that the ticket they bought online was for my page, and then I had to let them know like, yo, this like the spelling is wrong. That is definitely not me, and then the logo is not even my logo. You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
now that person, now you got to come to a compromise because now like you got to sympathize with that person because you don't want to lose that customer, but at the same time you don't want to lose money either. So at that situation, it's just like, bro, like I understand you thought you was my ticket, but it's not. But what I could do is I give you a 10% discount, but you're gonna have to pay to come in. You know what I'm saying? So it, I mean, like the entertainment business, bro, it's cutthroat. It's cutthroat as it's cutthroat. You gotta know what you're doing. But then again, it goes back to relationship though, because if you don't build a good relationship with this artist, bro, it's a small world. The music industry is big, but it's small. If you're not doing good business with these people, bro, they're gonna go talk, and then it's gonna be hard for you to do bookings. It's gonna be actually to get in contact with people, all this and the third. So going back full circles, man. It's all about relationships, bro. It's all about relationships. Cause I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like my show on the 30th, that Jacque comes on the 30th. I got I got plugged in off of a relationship I built with someone from like 6 years ago. I hit him up. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to bring Jacque to El Paso. A lot of the girls want to see him, but I have no contact for anyone in this camp. And he's like, man, I just did a show with him last week. And then he gave me the numbers I need to call. And that's based off of my relationship with that person. I've done solid business with him. I've always looked out for him. He's always looked out for me. And that was the only reason why he did that. Because I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of times, a lot of people overpay for shows is because they're not going directly to the person you need to go to. And I'm gonna enlighten you by that, right? So in case your audience is listening, they want to know what I'm talking about. So for instance, right, let's say you don't know the artist manager directly, right? And you try to do a show. 9 out of 10, you're gonna call an assistant or a booking agency, right? So guess what that happens, bro? That person is gonna charge you a fee just to make a call for you. So by the time the call gets to the actual manager, you don't spend 5, 6, 7, 10, $15,000 more than what the show really is supposed to be, because everybody that has to call, make a call for you, is gonna charge you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's say, like for instance, like let's say I wanted to do a Jacque show, and then my homeboy didn't give me Jacque manager number. 9 out of 10, I probably would have had to call a booking agency, right? And then that booking agency is gonna charge you 10% of whatever they think the price is. And 9 out of 10, the price that that booking agency got is not from the manager. It's probably from like a publicist or assistant. And guess what? That assistant got to make money too, right? So let's say I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? Without actually giving you a price, right? Let's say Jacque charged $20,000 for a show. That's what Jacque wants, right? Guess what
Right.
the manager is gonna charge you? The manager is gonna charge you 35 because that extra five, 25. That extra 5,000, that's his money,
Oh
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
And then now let's say the assistant is who you call. The assistants know the manager wants 25, so the assistant gonna tell you 30. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom of the pool you go, the more you're gonna tax you. So and then because all Jacque want is he gonna tell his manager, I want $20,000 to do a show. And then from there on out, depending on who you call or who you get a hold of, just add like anywhere between 5 to 10,000 on top of that. So I don't see people pay $20,000, $30,000 for shows that I'm only paying like $15,000 for, because I worked with these people already, and I could cut the middleman out and go straight to management. You know what I'm saying? So it's cutthroat, because everybody, like all these artists, the people you see around them, like they got to eat too. You know what I'm saying? So when you're going through them trying to get stuff done, they're gonna charge you their fee on top of what the artists want.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
times people don't know that.
yeah. Because it's like you basically paying the whole circle off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy, how that works. I don't seen that happen too, as far as it might be his homeboy, not even somebody that's up in the thing, and you gotta pay him a couple thousand, hoping that he keep it solid and you know do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't seen that too. I don't seen it where an assistant locked a deal with a promoter in California without even talking to the artist. And that artist already had all the pre-arrangements. And that promoter had to cancel that show the day of, because now this man don't took your money, and he gonna tell you, yeah, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. This whole time that man wasn't coming. I already knew he wasn't coming because I had a relationship with him. So I won't give you a perfect example. So when I was in Cali, someone was promoting that they was bringing Boosie to California, right?
Right.
It was like he's gonna be in Oakland. He's gonna be in Oakland. He's gonna be in Oakland. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, Boosie is not gonna be in Oakland. Cause for one, when you be relationship with these people, like y'all keep tabs with each other, right? So if it's anyone I've worked with before and they come into a city near me, 9 out of 10 I'm gonna know it because his manager is gonna hit me and they're gonna be like, "Yo, we about to be in town. We need this, 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 and can you get it for me?" Because they trust me already. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when they were saying Boosie was coming, Boosie was coming. I said, "Ain't no way Boosie coming," and I don't know about it because they would like hit me like, "Yo, you still in Cali? Yeah, but can you make sure this and this is straight?" Because most of the time, a lot of these places artists go, they've never been. So if they know you there and they trust you, they're gonna hit you up like, "Yo, can you go check this out for me? Check this out for me. Check this out for me. Check that out for me." Or can you set this up for me? Set that up. Set this up for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it all goes back to relationships. That's why now when I make a call, I don't get the same price as a brand new person that's just started doing this that they get. I get special prices because I worked this week before. And then when I'm not doing a show and someone else booked them, they could call me and they're like, "Yo, I need weed, I need this, I need that. Can you get it for me?" Because they know they could trust me. I'm not gonna lace their shit up. I'm not gonna short them and none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when this
Right.
dude was promoting that he was bringing Boosie to the city I live in, I'm like, ain't no way Boosie coming here and I don't know. So I call his manager up. I'm like, "Yo, y'all gonna be in blah blah blah?" And they're like, "Hell no, we gonna be in North Carolina." So I called my cousin and all of them that was hitting me up, like, "Yo, can you get us ticket, get us here?" I'm like, "Bro, he not coming." They're like, "What you mean? They posted on the website." I'm like, "He not coming." But this man was selling tickets, and then everybody showed up to the show, and I'm like, I drove by. I'm like, this people is bold. So all the people came in the club the whole entire night, and then you know what he did? He announced 2 hours into people being in there already that the man flight broke down, so he's not gonna make it. I said, this is the so
That's
you
crazy.
it's stuff like that happens too. So it's entertainment world is crazy, man. But I hate when stuff like that happens because it makes it, and that's why certain situation, certain city you go to, people don't buy tickets online. It's because of stuff like that. So that's why when stuff like that happen, being the person I am that try to do genuine business, I get frustrated because I'm like, you're making it hard for the people that's actually out here doing the right thing to sell tickets online. Because now people are scared to buy tickets online because because of stuff like that. So they rather just pay at the door. That way they know for sure the artist is here.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
again, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's not. That's why I tell people all the time. Like all my homies, they come to the show and then they have a good time. They congratulate me and all that stuff. I'm like, man, if only y'all know what all goes into like. To me, like the day off the show is probably like the easiest day for me. If that
Yeah,
makes
cause
sense.
yeah, cause you done did all the groundwork leading up to it. So all you got to do now is just make sure stuff goes
Open the
smoothly.
door.
Yeah, and just get the money that day.
Yep. But it's the stuff leading up to it that sucks.
Yeah, but uh, anything that has a big reward to it, man, is worth going through a little grind.
Yeah, for sure.
So the military, kind of set you up for that grind because with the some of the BS you have to deal with, being in the military. So so your tolerance might be a little higher than an average person.
I mean, it's just for me. It wasn't. I already instilled that since the military. Before like honestly, bro, the military is the easiest job I ever had. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I grew up in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in Africa. It's not like I'm a real African American. If because sometimes when I tell people that I kind of laugh about it, but it's the truth. Like I'm really African American. I was born in Africa. I didn't move to America till I was 13. So a lot of this stuff that the military like instilling people already had just from my upbringing and the survival skills I had to learn growing up in Africa. So the military was probably like the easiest job I ever had. but it also opened my eyes to a lot of things. But but one thing my late grandfather always told me, man, is like, that's why I always tell people relationship is big. It's the big my relationship is my biggest pet peeve. My grandfather always told me the way you make someone feel, they will never forget that.
Right.
Someone might forget what you did. They might forget what you did, but the way you make them feel, they will never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So if you make someone feel welcome, someone feel appreciated, or you did good by them, they will always remember that. Like, oh man, I remember when he did this for me, when he did that for me, or how that made when he did that, how it made me feel. But if you're just going around like generally just being deceitful, hateful, trying to finesse people and all that stuff, people gonna remember that. And words travel faster than anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a position now where it's like I've done so much good in my life, and I've been solid since day one, and that's why I changed my Instagram name to what I changed it to. I've been everybody around me. I'm solid. Like you, day one, I'm gonna be solid with you. How now, depending on who you are and how you act, gonna change how I treat you. But off the rip, I'm solid from the jump. So I go through situations where sometimes I ask myself like, damn, I can't even pick. I don't even know how that happened. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you a prime example today. Um, I got home a little late because it's a situation that I was trying to figure out how I was gonna get it done out here, right? And I was like brainstorming all week, all week, all week, all week, and literally yesterday, one of my homeboy hit me up like, "Yo, why didn't you tell me? Like, I know who owns that spot." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." And then literally, bro, he made a call for me today. I had a meeting today at 5 o'clock for a
Dang,
spot I've been trying to get for the past 2 months I've been here.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I got off work. I went over there, met up with dude, and then dude was like, bro told me all about you already. He's like, you ain't got to talk much, bro. Just let me know what days you need. And
Yeah,
this
that's
is a spot
priceless.
I've been trying to get for the past 2 months since I've been here. And I said, I just had a conversation with someone on Monday. I'm like, man, I've been trying to find out who owned that spot since I've been here, but I can't get the connect. And then my homegirl was like, so and so know the owner. I'm like, that's my man's. And then she was like, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. He knows the owner. So I called him yesterday. I'm like, yo, like, what's up with blah 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 blah? He's like, man, he's like the owner of my homeboy. He's like, I got you. Boom. So like 2 hours later, I got a phone call. Like, yo, let's meet at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's all relationships, you know what I'm saying? All about relationships, bro. It comes full circle. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I had the money to book the venue, but I had the contact or how to get in contact with the owner. You know what I'm saying? But off my relationship with certain individuals, I know the owner, not, and I didn't even have to pay. Now I don't even have to pay.
Yeah, that's priceless right there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people all the time. Relationship is more valuable than money because relationship will get you in the buildings that money can't get you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Um, as far as the promotion business, before we get off of here, man, just a couple more questions. What is your short and long term goals as far as like what you want to accomplish with this?
So I definitely see me doing this. Because I mean, I'm still in the military for your audience that don't know. I'm still in the military. I probably I'm gonna retire because I don't came too far not to retire. So I got 5 more years before I could retire if they let me retire. So I'm still kind of like I haven't reached my full potential yet. I haven't reached my full potential yet because I'm still halfway in the. I'm like halfway in the entertainment business because I still have a full time job. I have to fulfill every day. I mean, granted, I'm high ups in ranks enough to where I have leeway and free time to take care of other businesses. Um, but like I told you in the beginning, I don't just do promotion. You know, I'm into the real estate as well, and I do crypto, option trade, and all that stuff too. So, um, but I'm in a position where in the military now where I have free time and to do other things. So, um, but as far as short term goals, man, I just got to Texas. Like I said, 2 months ago. So right now I'm just literally just focused on growing my name out here. Um, I'm just focused on growing my name out here, getting people to know who I am and expanding my brand. Long term goal. You know me long. You know me long enough, man. I don't like to speak on things until it's concrete. But long term goal, man. Just know this is something that I want to do full time, and I want to, if there's a way to where I could capture everything, um, that's what I'm focused on. And I'm also in the position to where I'm trying to create a space to where I could have people around me that can get legit jobs because of prior records or prior mistakes they made in their life. I want to get in the position where I could employ them and have them work for me. You know what I mean? So um, that's the long term goal. I don't really want to speak into like what my plan is until it's final because I don't like to speak things in the air that's not concrete yet. But long term, I have plans and things that I'm trying to do to where I'm trying to make this thing a full time thing, and I'm trying to put my homies in position to where they could get legitimate income coming in, to where they could provide for themselves and their family, don't have to be in the streets. And I mean, that's my biggest focus. So within the next 4 or 5 years, um, I'm working to building a place, a space to where I could employ people in my circle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's should be the goal of anybody, man. No matter what type of business you have, you know, if you got some good people around you, and you happen to take off and get good at doing something, you know, put the people on around you and make opportunities for others if you know they kept it solid with you and
Yeah.
they good people, you know.
I mean, you know me, bro. You know, since you met me, the same people you met me that was around me is the same people that are around me now. I mean, I don't make one or two additional friends along the way, but as far as like the people you met me that was around me, it's majority of them the same people that are around me. I mean, obviously, we all grow, we all older. I'm not 23 no more. So um, some people that was around me back then is not around me now, but the core people that was around me is the people that's still around me. And like I was telling you from the jump, man, I have people around me that have so much talent and has so much potential. You know what I'm saying? It just we all made mistakes growing up. And I mean, and some of them got records they haven't been able to bounce back from. So I feel like I'm in a position where, um, if I'm in a position where I could employ them and give them legit income, that's what my goal is long term. And like I told you, I got all my friends, everybody that's around me. I've been putting them on real estate. I've been putting them on crypto. Because you and I had conversations about crypto all the time. We have conversations about real estate all the time. So that's my goal, man. Is just have everybody around me staying out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because um, I don't want to. I don't lost too many. I don't lost too many people to gun violence, and I got too many people in jail more than I want. You know what I mean? So, if I could prevent any one of my other homie dying to gun violence or going to jail, that's my long term focus. And I'm in the position to where I could, if everything work out, I'm in the position where in the next 3 4 years, um, I'll be able to have my homies employed by me, getting legit income. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm focused on right now, long term. Short term is just continue to do what I'm doing and building my name out in Texas. Because my name is already established in Hawaii. My name already established in Cali. My name already established in Clarksville. I just got to Texas. So I'm just working on building my name out here so I could continue to grow my brand, my businesses. And in the next 5 years, owning my own shit and employing my homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I rock with you, man, and I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. I'm happy for everything that you got going on as far as military and outside the military. Yeah, I pray that everything that you want, to come to fruition, come to pass for you, and I'm pretty sure it will. So, you know, yeah, I'm just happy for everything you got going on, bro. And just like I tell anybody that come on my podcast, you know, anytime you got something going on and you want to get it out to some people, on a platform, you can hit me up anytime. It don't take me that long to strike up a podcast episode, and it ain't gotta just be about business. I talk about real life stuff too. I talk
Oh yeah,
about
for sure.
police brutality,
Oh yeah.
fake friends, all type of stuff. So,
Oh yeah. I mean, we have. Oh come on, man. We know we've had real conversation, man. You don't be like I tell you all the time. If you come to my house and I let you spend the night at my house, it's because I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't rock with you, you're not spending that at my house. So we locked in, bro. The same likewise, bro. Whatever you need, I can help you out with, bro. I mean, you already know whenever you call me or text me, it's what's up, what we doing, you know what I mean? So likewise, bro, whatever you need, bro, you can always reach out to me. Um and I know you doing your thing. You don't come a long way. You know what I'm saying? I remember he was a young jet riding the Mustang. You know what I mean? So we all grown, man. We all finding our way, and that's all that matters, bro. So while you're in this journey, bro, whatever I could help you with, if I'm able to, you got it. My circle is pretty small, man. You one of them people that's always been around since I met you. You've been solid, so just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep shining. Don't let the negativity get to you. Just continue to grow, bro. Continue to do what you do, and then whatever I could help with, bro. Whatever platform I have to help your shit grow, just let me know.
oh yeah, man, absolutely, man. I've been doing this podcast thing for 2 years now. I started in April 2020, 2 months before I got out the military, and I'm fully invested in it now. I've been invested in it heavy and networking to try to get certain artists and stuff on here as far as interviews and stuff to grow my audience. So I got a nice little audience on here now because my podcast is on 11 different platforms now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm on YouTube and I'm on any possible platform that has podcasts. So you know. Yeah, there's something that I actually enjoy doing because I know I had people tell me in the past, when I had them on there, because my average person ain't never been on a podcast before, and they tell me, and they'd be like, afterwards, they'd be like, man, uh, I really needed that more than what you think because it was kind of like a venting space to them. Like they was like able to talk about something. If it just happened at the topic that I picked that day was something that they was going through at that time, so they was able to vent and talk about it. So that's
Oh yeah.
always good.
I mean, I'm gonna let you know right now. You know me, bro. I'm a private person. You know what I mean? I don't. Like I told you, I know you've been trying to get me to get on here since you started. And I mean, I don't. Like I told you, man. I was only gonna do it for you because you've been the bro since I met you. You've been solid since I met you. So I'm like, you know what, bro? Bro, every time I need bro, he come through. No matter what it is, if I need something move, bro will pull up and help me move. If I need that, whatever it is I need, I call you. You always been there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? Let me let me do solid for bro. Okay, you've been trying to get me to come to program, I think, since 2020, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2020 or 2021,
Yeah,
beginning of
because you
2021.
originally you wanted me to get on so we could talk about crypto and all that, and then option trade and all that stuff. It just timing hasn't been right. But yeah, when you hear me last week, and then you said, I was like, you know what, bro? I'm in the house Friday. I spend an hour. We can knock it out, and then before I lock in, because right now I'm finna lock in. We're finna watch a movie with the old lady and just give her some QT because I know my next week finna be crazy with pushing the show for next weekend.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely, man. Anytime you got a show coming up, you got time, for 30 minutes, do a podcast episode, you want to reach some more people, you can always hit me up, bro.
I got you. I got you. I got to get you to come to Texas, bro.
Yeah, I do got to come out there. I'm in the process of getting. I just got hired on at TSA, as working. So I'm waiting till I get set in my schedule on that. I should start working there in the next week or two, and then I should know how my schedule is going to be as far as like my free time.
Yeah, I gotta get you out of Texas. I'm trying to put together. I'm trying to figure out what works for everybody, but I'm trying to put a trip together where we could all just go somewhere for like a week. You know what I'm saying? And just go back to old times, man.
Yeah, man. I tell people all the time, man. People be asking me like what my best duty station was in the military. And I was like, man, I had fun in Korea, but I was like, as far as the most monumental time in the military, I was only at Fort Campbell for a year and a half because I was in fourth brigade and they got shut down, so I got reassigned to Korea. So I left before all my other homies. So like I was like, man, I made some of the best friends at Campbell, and I still talk to more friends from Campbell than I do at any other duty station.
Man, we had a moment, man. I ain't gonna lie. I tell people all the time, man. Two, man, we had a
Well, we,
moment.
we
Like
was there at the right time because locally stuff was still open. Now Campbell ain't got nothing open locally. You
it's
gotta
so
go to Nashville.
and I'm gonna be real with you though. It wasn't. We made it that though. We made it that because when I got to Campbell, like, and that's why I tell people all the time, man. It's all about who you with and then who you're around. Because if you're around some good people, you can make anything happen. But we made Campbell fun. You know what I'm saying? Because tell people all the time. People say like, but ever since all y'all left, they're like, ever since TK left, Campbell ain't been the same. And then when you go back and think about it, a lot of stuff that was happening in the city, we was involved in it
Absolutely, because we
one way
had
or
our
the other.
crew
So
too.
we made the city lit because everybody wanted to keep up with what we was doing. We had the cars, you know what I'm saying? We had whatever you could think of, bro, within our little circle we had. So we really didn't even have to go look for anything from no one else. You know what I'm saying? If I need my stereo fixed in my car, Jay could do it. You know what I'm saying? If I needed whatever it is I needed, bro, we had people within the circle that could do it. So we was like an unstoppable force. And then whenever we come, and then we all came together and we put our ego to the side and we put our pride to the side and we just had fun. It was no one was bigger than the other person, and we all just empower each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of one of our motto was empowering kings, right? Because we wanted to make sure that we all come together and collectively I would put our brains together and get a lot of stuff done. And that's pretty much what we did in the city. We made it. Let's think about it, bro. We went from having kickbacks on my house to having concerts at the club, the way the whole city used to come out to.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I
You know what I'm
remember them
saying? So
chocolate city days. We had made that group called Slump Gang, and y'all had y'all group, man. We was like in there every week.
every week, just having a good. We used to go to freaking Cali's on Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? Like we just made it fun. And I'm saying, and we all had the same mentality. We all was like, yo, let's just come together, put our brains together, put our money together, and let's get more money and then just have fun. And that's just what it was all about. So that moment was monumental, man. Like I'm not gonna take anything away from it. I mean, that moment was monumental. But as much as it was monumental, a lot of stuff happening also that was detrimental. You know what I mean? And that's just part of it. That's just what it was. That's why my big focus right now is just making sure that none of my homies go down that path again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. This wraps up today's episode of the Eric J. the Great podcast. I need everyone to go to my Facebook page, like the Eric J. the Great podcast on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram, Eric J. the Great, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Eric J. the Great podcast, to keep up with more information about upcoming episodes and upcoming guests coming on the podcast. I got a big guest coming next week. A established rapper. You know, I ain't gonna say the name right now, but he's established in the rap game. A lot of people know him, so that episode's gonna be big. I'm supposed to do that on Monday, so. But yeah, so yeah, I appreciate you coming on, bro. And
Oh, it's all love, bro. It's all love. Just hit my line whenever.
all right, bro.
All right,
And
be
we
safe.
out. You too.